John retired from the Navy Reserve as a Master Chief Journalist in 2005 and is a former president of the National Association of Government Communicators. From his early childhood, John was taught by his father, John Fiore Verico, to experience everything life has to offer and to learn something new every day. Taking this advice to heart, John has worked across a broad spectrum of fields, including journalist, janitor, stand-up comic, electronics technician, short order cook, disco dance instructor, and media spokesman, to name a few. And I will say his wife shared another job with me last night that I'm not at liberty to share with you, but be sure to ask him afterwards. He earned a master's degree in organizational leadership from Norwich University and a bachelor's in communication from the University of the State of New York. John's spare time is devoted to reading, occasional cruise vacations with his wife of over 30 years, bad movie parties with an eclectic group of friends, and collecting classic movie monster memorabilia, which he displays in his bizarre version of a man cave. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Verico.
Thank you. Hey, wait a minute, before you go. I have a little present for you. You know, come on over here. Come on out here. You guys have done a great job. First of all, I want to thank you all for making us feel so welcome here. Right? We don't have an RV or a trailer. And I feel bad about that, but we're going to talk about that. But Ron, I really appreciate your introduction and everything that you've done. And I'd like for you to go forward and keep your torch lit. Keep lighting the fire for other people. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, good evening. You know, we're all here for one main reason, right? And that is because we have inside of us a desire, a fire. We have inside of us a fire burning for knowledge. And we love to share that knowledge with others. And when we get together, we can make it better for all of us. Yeah, cheesy magician should be on that list also, by the way. Let me just say, I am really blown away by these vehicles out here. All right? It is a far cry from the one time we actually used an RV to take a band on the road. We used to work with a blues band. So picture this, decades old. It was a Winnebago Brave, okay? Full of luggage, band equipment, instruments, merchandise, 5 aging blues musicians, and 3 staff. And a driver, because none of us could drive the darn thing. But we had a fax machine, and we were able to get stuff done. But we looking around at these things that are out here now. Oh man, the luxury. I'm sorry, these things are awesome. With the bump outs and everything, you've got more room in there than we have in some parts of our house. We've been talking about this whole idea. We love this. We love this idea of getting on the road. We love to travel. And obviously we have the same gene here, right? But these things are just beyond belief. We're sitting there looking and they go, who needs a house? Who needs a basement? They just flood anyway. And my monster collection, someday that's going to have to go away because we're looking at trying to travel. We were thinking about going on a cruise ship because, you know, it's cheaper than a nursing home. But now we're thinking about these RVs, and I'm thinking, you know, we could have a lot of fun with this. And I understand why you nomads can be on the road all year long. That's fantastic. I want to be you. I absolutely want to be you when I grow up. But I'm not growing up. Next year, my wife and I are going to take a bucket trip. We're going to go to Alaska. And we're going to do it. We're going to fly up. We're going to take the train across Denali, and we're going to do a cruise back down. We're looking forward to it, really excited. And it wasn't until I was reading up on this group that I found out, I didn't even think about the fact that you could drive there. Who went on that caravan last year? That's amazing. When did you go? 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Drove to Alaska.
Yes, we did.
How long did it take?
1 month in the last.
5 months from Florida.
Wow. That is amazing. So I'm thinking, maybe we can join them. What do you think, Bonnie? I don't know. We love to travel. We love to see new places. We like to meet new people. We like to try new food. All right, that part's obvious. I have not maintained the physique I had when I was in the Navy. All right, let's face it. Ever since food has replaced sex in my life, I can't get into my own pants. But somehow, some of you have managed to stay in amazing shape. Can I get Dave Wise, would you come up here for a second? Just come on up. Come on up, Dave. Come on up. Yeah, you can. Of course you can. Oh, you're knee replaced. You want to come down? Dude, come on. There you go. I noticed something about Dave. I saw him earlier. I said, this guy is fit. He's ridiculously fit. Makes me sick. But I want to understand, and as I started some inquiring, I said, who is this guy? He's like, is it Jack LaLanne? Who is this guy? And I found out that you run or ran until recently marathons.
Used to be, yes.
Used to be. Now I come from Brooklyn. All right, we don't run distance in Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn, you run, it's sprint to the nearest fire escape, up over the rooftop, over someplace, ambush, or hide, right? This whole concept of running distance is kind of unique to me. So explain to me, please, if you can, what makes you decide to do something like marathon run?
Well, is this on?
It should be. Is it on?
Yep.
It was in standby. There we go.
I wanted, in my later years, I wanted to have bad knees and a bum back. So I thought I would start jogging, push-ups, sit-ups, the whole 9 yards, and I used to do that. Then I joined SMART 20 years ago, and I saw Jeff Stevens. I said, I need to look like Jeff Stevens. So I tried to stay in shape. Jeff, stand up. You see what I'm talking about? There you go. If Jeff wore a suit, I don't want to take all your thunder. If Jeff wore a suit and it was silver and stuck out his tongue, he looked like a zipper. Just saying, Doc. Anyway, I like to stay in shape. Now I've had knee replacements, so I can't. So I just walk a couple miles every day. Try to do that.
That's
great. I try to stay in shape.
That's great. And you're motivated to do that.
I'll stay motivated.
See, I'm motivated a little bit differently.
Well, this is a before and after. Or after and before.
I knew I was asking for trouble last time. Now, I want to explain something to you. See, your motivation is to stay in shape and to be fit and to be healthy, right?
Right.
See, my motivation is bacon. And even though you are inspired to get out there and work out and run, and now you're doing mostly walking because of the knee,
right.
I'll bet you'll be out running in no time.
I bet I won't.
Well, I know I won't. Because that's not what motivates me, right? We're all just a little bit different inside, right? So I'm motivated a little bit differently. But even though I am not motivated to go running, I still have motivation. I do work out. I do work out. And I've learned that instead of doing heavy lifting, right? Could you see that? No. I do the lighter weights, more repetitions. And I've been working on this because I want to tone, I don't want to get bulky, right? So lighter weights, more repetitions. I'm up to 140 repetitions a day.
Yeah, 12 ounces at a time.
Now I bring my tools with me. And just in case you ordered the bacon and I didn't. And did you say something about bacon cheddar soup? I'm ready. See, these are the tools of my trade. But despite the fact that I'm not working out, in all seriousness, I'm still in shape. Round is a shape. Right? And then, hey, wait a minute. The scientists have told us the most perfect shape in the universe is the sphere. So, I'm approaching perfection. And no matter how good you look, Dave, I have to say, I'm a little bit closer to perfect. Thank you very much for coming up here. And thank you for your question. Thank you very much. Let's have another hand for Dave. Great sport, isn't he? Now, I've realized something as we've gotten older. We love to take trips. We love to get on the road. And we realized that in my near perfect shape now, being on the road for a long time, especially in a small car, we used to have a Nissan Versa, got a little taxing on the back and the knees. And I said, well, we need to do something about that. So now we're looking at these RVs and I'm going, hey, I'm thinking, now I can get up off the ground with that. This could work out pretty nicely. I mean, they're really attractive. But I got to be realistic. It's probably not going to happen because my wife doesn't like the way I drive. So if any of you happen to have a spare room in your cabin, that would be great. I would just try to. Hey, look, travel's a special thing, right? We have in our life every day. We plan our life, and every day is a blank page, right? We can do whatever we want with that day, and as we build routines in our life, we start to kind of flesh things out. We come up with some ideas for what we want to do and how we want to spend our days, and it gives us an outline. A little bit of an outline, so we can try to figure out what we're going to do. But when we have the opportunity to travel and learn something and meet new people and try new things and go to new places, it brings magic and color into our life. You know, what my wife and I love about travel is meeting people. Travel brings people together. It does in like no other way. The more we interact with other people, the more we learn about each other. The more we learn about each other, the more we can understand each other. Isn't that what we need more of in this world? Is a little more understanding? This kind of exposure to each other and learning about each other and understanding each other then unites this country in ways that nothing else can do. This is something we learned about in the military. There's two things that the military did for us. First, it gave us an appreciation for experiencing other places and other people. And second, it gave us a sense of camaraderie. I mean, even in the good-natured rivalries that we have among the services. I coined Bob last night. What did the coin say, Bob?
Go Navy, beat Army. Never happened.
We have these little rivalries. When I was in the Navy.
That's a hope and a wish is what that is.
You know, you got, hey, at least I had a coin. That's actually an antique coin from the Naval Academy.
Yeah, good luck.
Because they don't make them anymore for reasons, obviously, right? Oh well. But hey, you know, when I was in the Navy, there was always these little rivalries, right? I was in X Division. I was a Navy journalist. I was in the admin shop, okay? So I wasn't the guy who got my hands dirty, was painting, was chipping paint, was turning the wheels down in the boiler. That wasn't me. So there was always these little rivalries about, you know, the wusses up in admin and the rest of them that did real work down in the engine room. Right? Get ashore. Hey, you X Division wusses. You deck apes. Well, then another Navy ship would pull into port. And all of a sudden it was like, hey, USS Duke! We're better than your ship, whatever it is. Then Marines would walk in. And, oh, hey, Navy. It's all of us. against the Marines. We had one guy on our ship, he was 6'7". We called him McGilla. He was great because we just stood back and watched him throw people around. The Marines showed up with Kong. 6'8", solid muscle. Whoa, okay. We just bought each other rounds at that point. But then, you know, when the Army walked into the bar, then all of a sudden, hey, Marine Corps, you're part of the Department of the Navy. Navy Marine Corps against the Army. Then the Air Force walked in, we just laughed at them. Sorry, guys. Won't even go into the Puddle Pirates, but it's all good. But it's all good, right? It was all good nature. And we were in foreign port. And some other nation's ships, I remember a French Navy ship pulled into Djibouti. That's Djibouti, Djibouti. It's in Africa. I wasn't cursing. And all the Americans got together, we got together with the French guys, and we all went and hung out. It was great. Right? These rivalries that we had, we also showed a sense of camaraderie. No matter what we were facing it together. So at first, we're maybe swinging punches at each other in a bar, and the very next day, we're standing side by side on the front line. And that's the way it is. That's the kind of camaraderie that we learn. And you know what? That doesn't end when we take the uniform off. And you guys right here are evidence of that. The way you welcomed my wife and I to your group are evidence of that. Military family doesn't end when the uniform comes off. And bless you for that. This is great stuff. I tell you, you know, we get separated by a lot of things. And as I'm going to come down here, I have a bladed weapon. So let's, I want to talk about how we all get separated a little bit. So take the knife. I know. I'm calling it a knife. Just go with it. Give me that a cut. Take that piece. There you go. Sir, cut yourself off a piece of that. There we go. We all get separated, right? We get deployed to different places. Cut one here. We travel around the world. Sometimes we're together, sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're family members, we have to leave them behind. We travel all around. I don't have time to kind of do, let's just take a couple pieces here. Cut a piece. Pass one down. Cut a piece. Pass one over there, sir. I'm just trying to just, okay, you're going to get one. Here we go. There we go. Let's cut again. Let's cut again. Let's cut again. All right. Who did you get a piece? Willie. There you go. You won that election with no opposition. Here you go, Willie. Here's one for you, Carol. All right. And who wants a piece?
You know he's 6'6".
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Sir? There we go. All right. So the whole concept here, right? And the bag is now empty. It took it out. Hold on to the scissors for a moment, the knife, whatever we want to call it. The idea I want to talk about is no matter how far we get spread out, we travel around the country, we get deployed overseas, all of these things happen to us, and then when we come together, let's drop your piece in. Drop your piece in. Any more pieces over here? Everyone, drop your pieces in. No, I'm not touching the bag. Okay? Whoops, another one. Doesn't want to go. The idea here is that we all wind up coming back together into one place. Now, let's go you. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Good witch. Okay, good. Do you have a wand? Not with you. Would you like to use mine? Okay. So, take the magic wand. Say the magic words.
That's not my magic word, but that's okay.
That's not. She has a different word than abracadabra. We're just going to use that.
Abracadabra.
Okay, that'll work. Go ahead and reach into the bag, please. And see what happens when we come together. Uh-oh. What else is going on? Reach in. Pull it out some more. Well, that doesn't look right. That didn't work, did it?
No.
How come? Throw it up in there. It wasn't the wrong words. Here's the problem. She tried to do it by herself. We're not alone. We're together. All of us are together, right? We're all in this whole big thing together. So I want everybody to say at the same time, smart. Smart. One more time, smart. Smart. Tap the bag. Reach in. And there we go. Because when we're together. Nothing can keep us apart. It's like magic. And when we're not, if we let things get between us, then all kinds of craziness happens and you wind up with absolutely nothing at all. All right. Like I said, nothing separates us, and it's all about the camaraderie that we learned in the military. And I have to say, right, the Special Military Active Recreational Travelers, you guys are smart. You found a smart way to do things. You picked the great acronym. And it's all about what military is about, is acronyms. I said before that when we come together, we can do everything, right? So those of you that can, I'd like you all please to stand up and partner up, or just partner up together. Just pick the person next to you and partner up, just for a moment. Just for a moment. All right, now partner up. Here's what I want you to do. One of you will be partner A, and one of you will be partner B. Okay, you decide democratically, one of you is A, one of you is B. Go ahead and determine that. All right, have you decided? Is everybody either an A or B? All right, partner A, raise your hand. Make a fist. Now when I say go, partner B, you try to open partner A's hand. Ready, go. Oh my, all right, we better stop. We better stop. Because I heard some knuckle cracking over here. So, all right, so let's switch. Let's have a little payback, all right? Partner B, you make the fist this time. And when I say go, partner A, you try to open partner B's fist. Ready, go. Oh, man. Stop. Stop, stop. Sit down, sit down. Did it occur to you that we are not in a war zone? Right? I said the word over and over again. I said partner, partner, partner. Yet as soon as I said go, you heard opponent. Go in for the kill, wrench the hand open, full frontal assault. And you, 6'6" guy over here, try to get to my hand. Man, knuckles cracking over here. I saw somebody take a swing at somebody back there. I've done this experiment a lot of times, and people will step on each other's feet, they'll tickle each other, distract them. One person actually reached in their pocket and pulled out money. But it just doesn't dawn on people to just simply say, we're partners, would you please open your hand? Not everything we do is in opposition.
He was waiting for the money, that's the problem.
Not everything we do is in opposition. We are partners on this journey in life, and we're going through together. We know what the goals are, and all we have to do is help each other get there. That's all we have to do is help each other get there. You know, remember that we're not alone as we go forward. There's an old saying, an old proverb, that says if you live long enough, everything will happen to you. Have you heard that? At some point in your life, you'll be a victim. At some point in your life, you'll be a hero. At some point in life, you'll be the villain. At some point in life, you'll be doing well. You'll be healthy. You'll have money. Other times you'll need money. And other times you'll need some help. Your whole life is a cycle. And everybody's going through this. The longer we live, the longer we have the opportunity to experience everything the world has to offer. And we don't know what's going on in somebody else's life at all times. So sometimes, maybe, if we just approach each other with just that little bit more compassion, a little bit more understanding, then we can actually help. We can actually help each other get through whatever hard times we're going through. You never know where we are on that cycle. So when you reach inside yourself and you find that torch, you find that burning passion inside you, you have the opportunity to pass that on and share it. It's hot. Those of you who are going on the Fall Colors Caravan, I'll tell you right now, I wish we could come with you. But I want to say, I wish you drive forward. Keep driving forward. Keep your torch lit. Keep lighting the torch for others. God bless you. God bless this beautiful country. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Barrico, once again.